Happy Halloween, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Today I have a Halloween cake, and it is a haunted house cake. I have been wanting to make one every year and make it better and better, and I think I finally mastered it. So here are the two cakes that I did 2 years previous, and let's see what we got today. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but 10-inch cakes are my favorite size of cakes to work with. Size 6 and 8-inch cakes are smaller, and you would think that they were easier, but they're not. For whatever reason, a 10-inch cake is just so much easier to work with. I don't know if it's because it has the right amount of weight. It's not too light, not too heavy. It's not flimsy, so it's a little bit more durable and easier for you to flip it over when you need to. But it is absolutely my favorite size to work with, and every single time I make a 10-inch cake, it always comes out the best. Also, I might add that the fall time, this time of year, is like my favorite time to bake. Not only is it cooler months, so it warms up the house, but it's also less humid, the air is dry, so my buttercream isn't so soft and it's a lot easier to work with. I've mentioned so many times before that I really like to color. So it's the same with drawing. I really like to draw. So anytime that I have an opportunity to draw for a cake, I will. I'll make my own decals or stencils just by drawing it out and then cutting it out on paper and then just transferring it over onto fondant and creating a topper that way. Sometimes I will get edible images and do it that way, but if I have the opportunity to draw and the cake's not too hectic or time consuming, I prefer doing it this way. It makes it feel more homemade. It makes it feel a little bit more handcrafted, and I think that people appreciate that. I had my cake chilling in the refrigerator overnight, so my frosting is really firm, which is a good thing. So it was really easy to fill any air bubbles on the top and the sides and just scrape off any extra, and you won't even be able to tell that there was any air bubbles there. It's kind of like painting and patchworking. This part is probably the most time consuming and a little bit technical, but if you get the hang of it does get easier the more and more you do them. But basically I am making a tree and I'm using about a 3/4 inch dowel rod, some floral wire and some floral tape, and then I also had to use a little bit of black electrical tape to hold it together, and then I just covered it all with fondant. I would suggest using store-bought fondant for this kind of cake topper. It's not really meant to be eaten, it's more just for decoration. And to achieve these colors such as black or red or dark blue, you won't be able to do it with homemade marshmallow fondant. It's better to just buy it off the shelf, and it's a little bit more flexible and a little bit more softer, so it's a little bit more forgiving. But it does dry out faster, so you do have to work kind of fast. But that means that it also dries faster, so it's more likely to stay hard and it won't break as easily. if it's noticeable, but I'm using chocolate candy melts to glue the tree to the haunted house. It's just to make sure that it's stable and it won't really move around. Since I'm using the big dowel, it's going to support it a lot, but gluing it to the haunted house will actually support it even more, and it did. During transport, it stayed in place really well. For this part, I normally use royal icing, but I didn't have any, so I had some of this black frosting left over from another cake, and I decided to add a little bit of water to it to thin it out to give it the consistency of royal icing, and it worked just as good. So I might just do this from now on. It's a lot easier than making an entire batch of royal icing. had a blast making this cake. It is by far my favorite Halloween cake I've made so far, and it truly did outshine the last 2 Haunted Owls cakes that I made. And I hope that you enjoyed watching it as well. Please don't forget to like this video. It really means a lot to me, and please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!